Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta stands as one of the most recognized, globally referenced, and historically consequential African leaders of the 21st century. As of November 2025, he remains a towering figure whose chapter in Kenyan politics is not simply archived, but still actively analyzed, decoded, and benchmarked across Africa's governance evolution. His legacy carries layers: dynasty power, private sector influence, presidential transformation phases, deep, quiet philanthropic networks, cultural symbolism, and a political aftershadow that continues shaping debates even long after his tenure ended. His valuation level remains in the high billionaire range tier spectrum, rooted in generational family holdings, legacy land portfolios, expansive diversified business equities, banking footprints, media proximity networks, hospitality structures, agriculture estates, and international capital linkages. Unlike instant creation wealth, this is the old world dynasty type, transgenerational, multi-decade build, custodial level. He exists today not merely as an ex-president, but as a powerful historical node, where business, state power, diplomatic legacy, family dynasty, and Kenyan national memory intersect. Early life: Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was born on October 26, 1961 in Nairobi, Kenya. He is the son of Kenya's founding father, the late President Jomo Kenyatta, and Mama Ngina Kenyatta. This placed him immediately within the inner circle of Kenya's nation builder generation. His childhood was unlike ordinary African childhoods. His earliest world was already political architecture, indigenous post-colonial visioning, and global diplomacy corridors. He grew up with siblings who would also become key parts of Kenya's national memory. Uhuru attended St. Mary's School, Nairobi, but this school means more than a line. St. Mary's shaped Kenya's political elite and creative elite for almost half a century. Uhuru later joined Amherst College in the United States, where he studied economics and political science, planting seeds that would later define how he understood Kenya's international capital markets, private sector leverage, and national fiscal architecture. In his youth, he was seen as calm, observant, extremely systematic, socially relational, diplomatic, and emotionally controlled. He was that rare Kenyan public elite child who absorbed power quietly, not loudly. He listened first, spoke later, watched always. Those who grew around him consistently referenced that trait. Personal life: Uhuru Kenyatta is married to Margaret Kenyatta, a woman whose global visibility rose massively when she championed maternal health campaigns, early child mortality reduction advocacy, women health empowerment, and silent philanthropic initiatives across East Africa. Their marriage remains one of Kenya's longest-standing public marriages that has maintained dignity, coherence, and low scandal threshold. They are blessed with 3 children: Jomo, Jaba, and Ngina Kenyatta. Uhuru is a Christian, and though he does not frequently publicly perform emotional spirituality, insiders know he is deeply reflective, scripture-informed privately, and he values internal quiet more than pulpit display. Outside political and business life, he also has a creative, relaxed side: music, old-school Kenyan music heritage, cultural art history, and cattle farming. He also quietly supports mentorship programs and institutional strengthening projects that do not carry his name. Professional career: before presidency, Uhuru chaired Kenya Tourism Board, later became MP for Gatunda South, then rose to serve as finance minister, deputy prime minister, and finally became the 4th president of Kenya from 2013 to 2022. His era was defined by massive infrastructure modernization, SGR rollout, roads expansion, digital government system scaling, cross-border East African integration diplomacy, energy projects, and global investor courting. Post-presidency, Uhuru maintained influence as a peace envoy in the Great Lakes region, especially DR Congo conflict mediation, making him one of the few African former presidents whose post-office footprint shifted from political tribal competition to continental stabilization diplomacy. Even after stepping down, Kenya, Africa, international media, and academic institutions continue referencing his presidency as a case study in African modernization, African sovereign capital leverage, and African international negotiation power. House tour: the Kenyatta family homes are not celebrity flamboyant. They are dynasty protected. The Nairobi residence stands as a primary anchor, layered into security, heritage, Kenyan cultural design, and international diplomatic standard structuring. There are additional family ranches, ancestral holdings, private retreat spaces, and farm estates across multiple Kenyan counties. The houses are less about luxury display and more about legacy continuity. Curated, preserved, extended, generationally custodial. Car collection. Uhuru Kenyatta historically has had respect for powerful but elegant automotive engineering. Not the loud showbiz type, the quiet authority type. During presidency and post-presidency environments, armored luxury SUVs, executive diplomatic standard vehicles, Range Rover High Editions, Lexus Executive Editions, premium Toyota Land Cruiser High-Tier Series, and classic vintage history pieces remain associated with his presence. College career. Amherst College not only educated Uhuru academically, it widened his worldview lens. It placed him inside comparative history of political systems, global capitalism structure, U.S. diplomatic culture, and institutional nation-building frameworks. Many scholars argue that Amherst is a deep imprint space where Uhuru stopped being a president's son and became a man preparing to govern a nation one day, whether consciously or not. College made him global, and Kenya serving at the same time. Uhuru Kenyatta reveals health struggles as he mourns his close friend who succumbed to cancer. In late 2025, Uhuru Kenyatta spoke publicly in a raw, emotional tone that both shocked Kenya and softened Kenya. While mourning a close friend who succumbed to cancer, he revealed that he too has been silently battling health struggles. He said he intentionally kept his condition private so that he does not shift attention to himself or create unnecessary national panic. He said sickness humbled him and reminded him that health is a true currency, not power, not office, not legacy. It was the most human, most vulnerable Uhuru Kenya has ever seen. He said watching his friend slowly fight cancer and lose forced him into a different spiritual mental dimension. It opened his soul. It slowed his pace. It made him reflect on mortality, on time, on body limits, on family, on peace. Even those who oppose him politically paused. Because sickness doesn't choose politics. Pain doesn't choose tribe. Death doesn't respect power. His statement days later spread across Kenya like a moral reminder. Even the most protected, most powerful bodies can break. And in that moment, Kenya didn't see a former president. Kenya saw a man dealing with pain, a man confronting fragility, a man admitting weakness. This revelation may become one of the most historically referenced turning points of Uhuru's late life legacy, because it was pure honesty, unscripted humanity, and quiet truth, delivered by a man who once carried the weight of a nation,